Your name, please?
Hello, my name's Diane Robinson, and George, I've actually worked with you a few times here in Denver with Lynch Mob a few years back. Worked for a couple of the promoters that put on some of the shows, and one of the things I remember most, over and above even the Lynch Mob show, was you talking to me about this project. You were just talking about it in like 2011, 2012, telling me about Shadow Nation and how excited you were about this project. So I was very excited to follow it all along and extremely pleased to see it tonight. Beautiful job. Incredible.
Took a while, right?
Yeah, but I followed it all along, and it was very moving, very touchy.
Thanks for hanging in there.
I can't wait to share more of it as it comes out. So you said that the movie will be out in a few months. Are you going to sell DVDs and put that towards a nonprofit organization along with the music as well from Shadow Train?
The Shadow Train has been out for a few months. It's out on Rat Pack Records. It's a 2-CD set. Shadow Train wrote all the songs. It doesn't have the songs from Chili Peppers and Rage and all that. It's not actually a soundtrack, but a lot of the songs that are on the record, portions of it are in the movie, and some of the stuff we even played here tonight are on the record. The film, we're hoping, we're down to the wire here with a couple of companies possibly getting distribution. That's the nuts and the bolts of the business. We've been very frustrated, first-time filmmakers trying to get this film out there. We've done some film festivals, we've got some recognition and some awards. This is our first actual public screening, and we're very proud to have done it in Denver, which is, in our part of the world here in the Western United States, and we love this part of the country, and we're hoping that we get one of these distribution deals. If it doesn't happen, we're going to self-distribute, and we're going to put it out. You'll have it on iTunes and on Amazon and so forth through our website. Sell it that way.
And as it evolves, we're going to have more information on the different organizations that we're associated with, so people can, make an effort to, donate money or, donate time or whatever they need to do to further the cause.
Two of those organizations were in the film. Idle No More is one of them. Three of them, actually. The
One Nation Walking.
Ogallala Commemorative, Leonard Peltier, get clemency for Leonard Peltier. Hopefully we're thinking when Obama goes out of office, rotates out of office, he can pardon anybody.
True.
Just like Clinton did. He pardoned all these criminals, but didn't pardon Leonard because he got so much pressure from the Department of Justice.
Is there an effort towards that now?
Oh, there's efforts.
I mean, ongoing. I know there's
from
some.
many organizations. Many will just be one of those voices, but that's our biggest and last hope, because Leonard wants to go home. He's a political prisoner.
He is.
And we were very lucky.
Amazing.
I mean, we didn't see it in the film, but we were very fortunate and blessed to be asked to participate in the commemoration, which was the first day that they commemorated June. What day is it? I should know the date, but I don't. June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Is it June 2nd? Is Leonard Peltier Day, and it's recognized on Indian reservations, not necessarily in the rest of the country, but on that day we gathered with some former American Indian Movement leaders and a lot of the relatives and friends of Leonard and his family, in a small church in South Dakota on the Pine Ridge Reservation, and where they read his letter, his response to finding out that this holiday had been enacted in his name. And it was very heavy, and actually Greg read the letter, and it was a beautiful and sad moment, very powerful. Then we walked a couple miles to Jumping Bull, and if you know the history of Leonard Peltier, or if you want to find out about it, watch a movie called The Incident at Ogallala, which tells the story in very objective, fair, truthful terms, which is where everything went down, which led to his arrest and the murder, or the shooting of the two FBI officers. So we were very fortunate to be there, and it was a very powerful day for us, and we dedicated ourselves to seeing if we can help release an innocent person and allow him to go back, because he is really like the Martin Luther King of the Native American community. He is, he's just he stands for so much. He stands for hope, and that hope is in a cage right now.
And that's for all of us.
It really is. It's not really. I mean, the larger statement here is not really about a certain, a type of people. It's really about all of us collectively, because we're damaged as well. We're hurting ourselves. By isolating ourselves and enriching ourselves at the cost of others, we're hurting ourselves. And that's the basic lesson here. And and spirituality can tell us these things. There are things in Zen and Buddhism and so forth, and good aspects of Christianity that will reveal these things to us. And we have to learn to, cut the bullshit out of the equation, really. I mean, the time has come, It really has. So, anyway, the website will be the center of our focus in the new year, 2016. We'll be geared up, and we'll be advocating for things.
And forgive us,
Hopefully make a change.
we kind of, this is new to us, so we're trying to kind of build things as we go along. So, just keep in touch with us, and we'll let you know what we can do, But like I said, this is new to us, so.
No, great job, wonderful, thank you very much. Can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
For my friend Robin, she didn't want to get up, but she was wondering how you chose the reservations that you visited in the making of the film. What was your process there?
Our original concept, honestly, Robin, was to go all over the world.
Here, I'll let her do it.
We really wanted to visit, indigenous hotbeds of indigenous activity all over the planet, but we didn't have the resources. I mean, so we ended up staying close to home. And, Greg's from New Mexico. I have history in the Southwest in Arizona and New Mexico. We spent a lot of time Navajo reservations and the Pueblos, and a little bit of Apache reservations and so forth, but Shoshone, Paiute. We straight out, we got up into South Dakota country because that's the epicenter of Indian activism in, the latter century. I mean,
And especially, AIM is actually, centered there as well. And so, we thought that would be a prime location for us to really focus on. And then when we got up there, and then we actually found out about the whole white clay situation and the battle on alcoholism and things like that,
the fact that also, a lot of the native people, I mean, obviously that they're really not sovereign nations. They're land held in trust by the federal government, which is disgusting. Because what that means is you're a ward of the state and you're not grown up enough to manage your own resources. And we're not really thinking they're not grown up enough. It's just, we want your resources. And we don't control everything in your lives except the things that really don't matter to us financially. So have you ever seen a native bank on a reservation? Have you seen any enterprise happening there? Why isn't there enterprise? Why isn't there business happening? You know why? Because they can't get financing. Why can't they get financing? Because they have a little bit of sovereignty in that if somebody invests on a reservation, their money's at risk because they don't have the kind of guarantees they have in the greater America off reservation. And these are the fundamental economic things that are wrong that we need to fix. And that's what we're going to look at and try to expose. It's always about the money. I tell my kids this, whenever there's anything about religion or politics, we talk around the dinner table, I said, when it comes down to it fundamentally, it's always about the money, always. It's never not about the money.
I mean, realistically too, there's proximity and, funding and all that kind of stuff. We were trying to do the best we could to try to just visit everywhere we could and take these,
we wanted to go to Canada and Alaska
instruments
and
to
Hawaii.
the children, and so
see what's happening in Hawaii right now? You see the vote that the Supreme Court just had, the indigenous vote. you know. same
So really, it was a
story.
crapshoot. We just wanted to make sure that we did go and visit different reservations. And so it was kind of just like really just kind of throwing a dice and you know, just going where we wanted to go.
You know, we wanted to go
Where are
to
you
Sandy
from?
Creek.
Where are you from?
North Dakota,
Okay.
Arikara.
Uh-huh.
It's the MHA Nation.
Oh, okay.
We were so close, and we were like, we want to go to both North Dakota, visit some reservations, and then go across the border to Canada, which, you know, is a whole other world up there, and you know, the way they treat their native communities is different than ours. It's still horrible what they did, but in more recent decades, it's a different way. You know, I mean, they've given land back. You know, although they've given it back in a sense that, okay, but it's a corporation, so it has a tax base, and so it has to be productive. What does productive mean? Well, you can't do subsistence hunting. You have to allow resource extraction in here to be able to pay for your taxes. You know? So, you know, it's a conundrum, and it's scary because it's neoliberalism. That's the problem, you know. And that's what we have to get past, I think, is
But
what we
initially
prioritize.
and fundamentally, though, I just really want to thank you guys for showing up tonight and being able to ask these questions, because it makes us think about how we can use this engine, not engine, I-N-J-U-N, but E-N-G-I-N-E, to further this cause. And it you know, I'm glad you guys are as passionate about it as I am and as we are. So thank you very much. It means a lot to us. It really does.
When we do Shadow Nation 2, we're going to come up and visit you guys.